Hi guys, I want to talk today about things you shouldn't do once you're recovering from narcissistic abuse. First of all, I know that initial shock, pain, and that you feel, from the betrayal of a narcissist. Yeah. So when you get that shock and you are surprised, you're devastated, you don't know what to do, and all that. Sometimes it can make people that don't understand narcissism, they need answers from the same narcissist that have caused the problem. So they'll be going back and forth with the narcissist. Then once after that back and forth process with the narcissist will not help you. They would not respond to you. They will not even answer you. They'll keep devastating you. They'll keep putting up a show, keep doing things that they know is going to hurt you more, or is going to confuse you even more, because now once they know you're hooked and you're obsessed with them, that's when they're gonna put up a show for you. So that's what narcissists do. Even if they are miserable, even if they are dying, they'll use their last strength to just put up a show for you, as long as they feel like that will hurt you. So that's what they'll keep doing. So while you are in recovery, you don't need to, number one, you don't need to know anything the narcissist is doing. You need to completely block them off, block them off social media, off your phones, delete photos, just take it like they're gone. Don't even look at them, don't even communicate with them, don't answer them, just focus on yourself and your healing and your life. You understand? And secondly, what you shouldn't do as well is you shouldn't just sit there and be waiting for the narcissist's karma. There are people now that feel like, okay, the narcissist did this and that to me. Oh, I wish them hell. I wish them this. Trust me, you don't want to see the narcissist's karma. Because the narcissist's karma, if you're a genuinely empathetic person, someone that got empathy, the narcissist's karma is even going to make you depressed. Because why? You think about someone like you got these great plans for, or you got these great plans with. You envision a beautiful future with that person, and all of a sudden you see that person now wasting their lives. Narcissists, they don't even care, because they don't even value their own life. You understand? So you see them doing those things that are detrimental for their own future. And sometimes the narcissists, they are on that mission to just destroy themselves, because most of the actions they do take, thinking is the best course. They're thinking those things that they're doing is that's the better option for them. They think is the best, because all narcissists always think is the best. Even if they move on to somebody, they think, oh, that person is the best person now. But what they don't realize, that they have this sickness where nobody can really satisfy them, because they cannot form genuine bond and attachment. That's why if you don't give the narcissist what they want, they go crazy. You understand? Because it's not genuine. You're just like a drug to them. You need to be suiting them. And the narcissist does not understand when you are with them, it's actually draining, because you're pouring your goodness into them, but it's pouring water into a basket because it's not filling up, and then you yourself, you'll be drained. So it's going to just imagine you go to the blood clinic, yeah, and you're donating your blood, and then you're thinking, oh, I'm donating this blood now, it's going to save someone, it's for good purpose and all those things. You're happy, and then you find out as soon as you leave that place, they pour your blood on the floor and they just throw it away, and they call you again, oh, please, could you donate more, we need more. They pour it on the floor, and all that. So how would you feel knowing that you donating your blood, thinking that that blood you're donating, yeah, is going to help somebody, or it's going to be for good purposes and all that, and you find out that you are just giving your life away? So it'll get to the point where you can't even donate anymore, because you'll be like, oh, I'm getting drained, because you keep needing blood and I'm keep supplying, and it looks like I don't understand what you're even doing with the blood, or how come you're needing so much from me at a short period of time. So that's how narcissistic abuse and narcissistic relationships are. They don't really understand that people are actually putting in effort to make them happy. They do not see it. They see it like you got a problem, like if you start saying like, okay, you start setting your boundary, like you start putting limits to things, they don't understand limits. They don't understand like actually like a human being is actually going through pain every day to just keep them like happy. You understand? So the minute they see like, oh, I can't get enough supply from this person, all they think about is just the next person that is going to praise them, that's going to have sex with them. That's all they are concerned about. They're not really concerned about you that have put in all that energy and effort over years and over time. They don't, narcissists don't think like that, you know. So when you are in recovery, don't just sit there and be waiting for their karma, stuff like that, because when you eventually see the narcissist karma and the mistake from the choices they've made, yeah, you yourself, yeah, you will be depressed. Trust me. You don't want to see it, because most of them suffer from acute mental illness. They suffer from like serious drug addiction. Most of them are like trouble to their families. Most of them are like they are very, very violent. They are vile. Most of them are depressed. You understand? So you don't want to deal with these demons. You don't want to like be involved with the narcissists and their demons. And the things the narcissists have done in the past, because they are very delusional, a narcissist will never come back and apologize and say, oh, you know, I did wrong to this person. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they don't. Say, for example, a narcissist stole your money. You know, like they stole your money or they put you in a bad situation. The narcissist now, yeah, in future, they can claim like, oh, I've repented, I'm helping people, I'm donating to people. But what about the people you stole from in the past? You know, they wouldn't go back and do retribution to those people. You understand what I mean? And then they'll be wondering like why their life is not moving forward, because they've hurt so many people. And it's not like people are praying against them, but what I'm trying to say here is that you reap what you sow at the end of the day, because life is fair. The universe is fair. The universe does not cheat anyone. If you sow good seed, you get good reward. If you're kind to people, you get kindness back. If you treat people fairly, you get fairness back. But if you're manipulative and you think you're smart, you're manipulative, you lying, you sneaky, you doing all those things, yeah, you get the same reward, because what you're gonna get is people that are just as manipulative as you. And then when you think like, oh, the beautiful plan you've had as a narcissist, like, oh, I'm gonna enjoy all this thing, all this wealth is gonna be all mine, all these riches is gonna be all mine. That's when your karma starts. You see what I'm saying? Because most of the narcissists, when they're planning their evil, they don't think about what if it doesn't work out as I'm thinking, you know. So what they are thinking about is that, oh, it's just the benefit all the time. So that's what narcissists think. So when narcissists is going after people for sex, it's all the benefit, all the sex, the pleasure. They're not thinking of, oh, maybe I could have an unwanted pregnancy that I don't plan for, or this could happen to me, or I could catch a disease. They don't think about those things. So they just keep going after the pleasure all the time. You know, same with money. If a narcissist now could be like, maybe the narcissist is a fraudster, yeah? They're tricking people, duping people off and getting money. You know, that's all they'll go for, the money. They don't even care what they do with the money. That money now, they can use it and feed all sorts of addiction. It could be addiction to pornography, addiction to sex, addiction to drugs, addiction to alcohol. When you see them in their natural state, when they are suffering from all this, yeah, you will see like the karma, it's really, really real. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why you don't need to involve yourself. Like, just focus on your healing, focus on your growth, focus on your well-being as a human. Like, just focus on all the things that make you a good person. You don't need to focus your mind on the narcissist, or focus on what they are doing, focus on what, because those things, yeah, is gonna like lower your frequency. You know, like maybe you're meant to operate on a higher level, you even gone beyond past that. You know, have you ever, like, say for example you're a successful person, yeah, and then you go back and look at people, maybe people you used to play with when you guys were childhood friends, like you guys were childhood friends, yeah, And sometimes when you see people like you actually grow up with and they're not like really doing well, or they still stuck like doing childish things or things that are not like befitting of the age and their what their peers have achieved, they've gone beyond all those things. Yeah, so when you see those things, it's pitiful, especially when you know like, okay, maybe it's due to their own arrogance, you know, because they say arrogance and self-awareness, they don't never go hand in hand. You understand? So when someone is arrogant, yeah, they're most of the time they're not self-aware. So most of the narcissists, like you see, like wasting their life away, just living life as they like, as they please, they do get a reward, you know, and when they get a reward, it's not a pretty sight. So I thought I'd put this video out there for those still seeking revenge and those that are not willing to move on from narcissists. Trust me, you don't want to see the suffering of a narcissist. If a narcissist could just be honest and just share their story and say, oh, I did all these things to people, but this is the cost. This is what it cost me actually. You know, you see that they are actually like suffering. Because narcissists, they will lose good relationship, they will lose people that actually genuinely love them, care for them, they will lose people that are willing to have their back, like people that genuinely are looking out for them, or because they just want to chase pleasure that temporarily, and they will live a life forever filled with pain. So I thought I'd put this video out there for those seeking like, oh, the narcissist karma, they're looking for how they want to, or the narcissist, you know, just forget about that. Yeah, thank you guys and have a blessed day. Thanks. Cheers.